Today and we are super fucking happy about it. So ladies and gentlemen, take a moment to like and until this place. Let's bring some more people in here to enjoy the celebration.
Yes.
The farewell party to the Saviour.
Say goodbye, a farewell for this motherfucker that put the fucking video of the fucking hostage. So this is a fucking farewell for me, okay?
Because he shouldn't exist from the get-go. He should have been executed by genocide long time ago, and I've been asking for this for a long time. And I was talking to my commander, I'm telling him, listen to me, it needs to go.
I think that you need to gather all the bios, eliminate them.
He deserves to be genocided like all the other Nazis, and he's a convicted fucking criminal. And they pissed the hell out of me. This fucking Hamas and giving them a voice after October 7, and us Jews and Israelis can live peacefully. I hate him.
Great.
I hate him.
Yo, what's going on everyone? Can you all hear me all okay? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me all okay. I'm just updating my YouTube quickly. I don't know why it always does this every time I start a stream. It wants to revert back to the old stream name for some reason. But yeah, I think it's done anyway. So what's going on everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Let me just double check you can all hear me, yeah? I think you can. Yeah, nice. Thank you all for tuning in everybody. Hope you're all having a good night. Where you guys are watching from tonight? Have we got anyone from the UK here tonight? Anyone from Palestine? Anyone from Yemen? Anyone from Lebanon, Russia, Ukraine? Let me know where you guys are watching the stream from tonight. Just setting up a couple bits in the background. So yeah, shout out to you. Thank you for joining in, Tortilla. Community, I can't see your last part of your name, but Community, you're from Canada. Shout out to you, brother. What's it like in Canada, man? You've got Trump threatening to make you the next state of America. What's your thoughts on that? Do you agree with that? Or are you happy to just be on your own, you know? Oh, Tortilla, you're from Spain. Shout out to you, brother. I've never visited Spain. I've visited like the Canary Islands. They speak a lot of Spanish over there, but that's always been somewhere I've wanted to visit, to be honest. Spain. Oh, we got Mark from Ireland. Shout out to you, brother. We love our Irish people, you know? We love our Irish brothers and sisters. Costa del Croma. I don't know where that is, but shout out to you, Zooey Castles. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm just checking something on my phone at the same time, so I'll put that down. But yeah, thank you everybody. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Obviously you've seen the title of the stream. It's complete Israel failure. Israel's losing terribly bad. They failed all of their military goals. They achieved nothing in Gaza apart from the death of civilians and children. And Hamas has defeated them. It's been an easy win for Hamas, to be honest with you. Also, we're going to talk about SALWAN MOMIKA. He was notoriously known for burning the Quran in public, often protected by the police as well. In fact, always protected by the police. But it turns out today he didn't have enough protection around him, unfortunately, and all of that bad karma, all of the stuff he's been going around spreading, all of this Islamophobia, all of this just hate in general, it's all come back to haunt him, unfortunately. It could have been a psyop or something, I'm not sure at the same time. But yeah, we'll get into that anyway, and also some other stuff on Trump, on Russia. We've got a few bits to talk about tonight. You said Morocco and Spain. Nice. Nice one, brother. Yeah, I'd love to visit like Barcelona or something. You know, I heard that's really nice there. Bear with me 1 second while I just retweet out the space. If everyone don't mind, if you're on YouTube, you know, drop a like on the video and a comment. Help us get through the algorithm. Obviously, if you're on Rumble and everywhere as well. Let me check Rumble actually, because I know the chat doesn't come up here for some reason. So I'm just going to check my Rumble, see if there's anyone there. I'll check Kick as well, because I know that don't come up. I don't know about Party, to be honest with you. Party, I think I'm live there, but I've got 1 follower. So sorry if you're there watching me on Party and I can't hear you. But so yeah, we're live on Rumble. We're live on Kick. And if everyone don't mind, if you're watching on X or anywhere like that, just please drop a retweet on the space so everyone knows that we're live and we're exposing the Zionists as always. I'm just going to retweet it myself to push it back up in the algorithm. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in anyway. So, obviously we saw the hostage deal today. That's what we're going to start off with first. Oh wait, we've got some more people tuning in. I just want to say hello before we get into everything. Shout out to you, hi, and thanks for tuning in. Where are you watching us from tonight? A lot of people always on X, you know. I need to start growing my platform to like YouTube and Twitch a bit more, so we can get some new viewers. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. It's actually been a good day today, you know. The notorious terrorist SALWAN MOMIKA is no more. So fuck him, yeah. Smoking on him tonight. But yeah, also with, you know, the hostage deal as well. The soldiers got released, some other captives, some people from Thailand, I think it was it Thailand? Some of them got released. Obviously the Palestinians got released as well, so we're going to get into all of that in a second. And you're from the Netherlands, shout out to you. Is the Netherlands, that's like Amsterdam and all that, isn't it? You know, the way you guys treated the Zionists was perfect. That was I can't lie, I think that was one of my favourite moments of 2024, you know. I remember I was on holiday at the time and I saw the videos coming out from Amsterdam of the Zionists just getting absolutely battered in the streets, you know. And the funny thing is that they all started that stuff as well, and then the mainstream media tried to run and say that they got attacked for no reason. But we saw them ripping down the Palestinian flags, and we saw them, you know, chanting hateful slogans at the people around the area and that. So that was one of my biggest W's for 2024, to be honest. That was one of my favourite times. So, but anyway, let's get into the recent stuff anyway. So, as you'll probably know, today there's been numerous prisoner exchanges, hostage deals, whatever you want to call them. So we'll start getting into the videos, I guess. So obviously today there was it three Israeli captives released today, and then there was also the 5 people from Thailand that were released as well, and they looked like they was in great spirits. I can't believe I forgot to bookmark them stuff, so I'm gonna have to try and pull it up somehow. But so yeah, anyway, this is the moment the resistance handed over the Israeli captive Gadi Moses. He was handed over to the Red Cross in Khan Yunis today. So this is like the older guy, I believe. Let's play this video. Oh yeah, let me know as well, because last time I done a stream, no one could hear the sound. I didn't realise until after the video that no one could hear the sound the whole time, which was kind of annoying. I didn't realise it until I watched back the stream myself. So I'm going to play this video, and please let me know if you can't hear anything, or if it's too loud, or if it's too quiet. Just let me know in the comments, so we don't end up with that same problem again. So yeah, that was one of the few hostages that were released. I don't really like calling them hostages, you know. Most of them were like IDF soldiers, so captives, that's probably a better word for them. But yeah, this is when one of them was released, Gadi Moses. Then we had scenes of Hamas handing over Israeli soldier Agam Berger with her goodie bags and graduation certificates. So, I mean, it's kind of funny, you know. It's kind of like a souvenir she gets to bring back, but this is them handing her over to the Red Cross. So yeah, she looks so happy as well. All of these Israeli soldiers, especially the female ones, they come out looking so happy. I mean, they clearly got along with these guys quite well. I mean, I'm sure they was taken good care of. They come out looking like they put on a few pounds since before they went in. And then when we see the Palestinian prisoners getting released, or the Palestinian hostages, because they're the real hostages, when we see them getting released, they look like they've lost a lot of weight. They look like they're basically on the verge of dying the way they've been treated. So they've been beaten, they've been tortured, they've been starved. So, you know, they try and paint us out like it's Hamas that are the ones that do this and the resistance that are the ones that do this, but clearly the videos tell differently. But can you guys hear the videos okay as well? Did you guys hear the music playing in that video as well? Because no one let me know in the comments, and it's kind of important that everyone can hear the stuff, because we've got some like clips from interviews and stuff to play later on. So I'm hoping that it's all good. I don't want it to be, you know, for the people that watch it back as well that can't watch it live, I don't want them to watch it back and think, oh, what the hell, I can't even hear anything. So and yeah, they always look lovey-dovey. You're right, Hein, they do. They look like they've had a great time. I wonder what they get up to in there, you know. I'm sure they are treated well. Wasn't one of the hostages back in, you know, when I think it was late 2023 when the first hostage deal happened, and they were saying that they had like games consoles and everything down there. It's crazy if they do. That's honestly crazy. But oh yeah, and one of the Israeli captives got to bring her dog as well. So yeah, shows you really, innit? But anyway, all sounds are good. Thank you, Mark, brother. I appreciate that. Last time we had a load of issues, so I'm surprised no one corrected me in the comments last time, because the chat was a lot more lively. There's not as many of us here tonight, but oh well. Is there still war in Lebanon? Well, there was meant to be a ceasefire. We've seen Israel killing people in Lebanon still, so I suppose it's the same with Gaza. You know, there's meant to be a ceasefire in Gaza, and they're still doing it over there as well. So it's just more like the war's continued, but it's just like slowed down. That's what I like to, you know, that's probably what I'd describe it as. But so yeah, the Palestinian resistance hands over Arbel Yehud to the Red Cross in front of the house of former Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar in Khan Yunis. Interesting where it all took place as well. They actually, loads of this was like in the ruins, you know. You can see what Israel's done. I mean, imagine being these Israeli captives as well that have been trapped there since October 7th, and then they get out and see that Gaza's been absolutely destroyed, you know. So they can even see what their own, we want to call it a state, I don't know, Israel, whatever it is, a terrorist state, yeah. They can even see what their own terrorist state Israel has been doing to Gaza while they've been well looked after by Hamas and the resistance. Yeah, this one, she does look a bit more nervous, I'll be honest, but you know, no surprise really. I mean, she's from Israel, of course. There's a lot of Palestinians that have lost their entire families, so some of these guys, the civilians of Palestine, are rightfully angry, you know. They're angry at what's been going on, but luckily they had you know, Hamas and the resistance. They're acting like bodyguards right now, you know. They're protecting her. They're not going to let anyone attack her or anything like that. So I suppose W for those guys, I know, you know. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, she actually came out wearing a Palestine bracelet as well, waving. She looks happier in that photo, you know. I think it's just, you know, some people have like anxiety and stuff, so they're probably a bit worried, all them people around them naturally anyway. But when she's up on the stage, she looked fine. So still in healthy condition. You can tell by her face, you know, she's not lost any weight or anything. So I don't know. Interesting. And there was more scenes from the handover of the Israeli captives here too. Just a couple of images. You know, smiling with their look at their like little goodie parcels or whatever they've been given. Look, they've got like a Palestine keyring. That keyring's based as well, you know. Where's my keyring? Have I got it on me? Oh, I've actually got my own Palestine keyring, but it's not as good as that. I'd love one of them. Looks like she's got some more keyrings in there as well. Some bracelets, some necklaces. Looks like the keffiyeh pattern on it. Obviously a graduation certificate looks like it's getting held in the back as well, and I suppose that's one as well. We've got the other guy here too, the older man. He's well looked after. You know, the Red Cross are looking after him as well. So yeah, I suppose it's this is all a step forward. You know, it's all a step forward to putting an end to this. I mean, I know that Israel's not going to stop, but I mean, the more stuff like this happens, the harder it is for Israel to continue and still keep a good public image. So, and then Hamas made a statement saying, wait, let me go back down to the bottom actually, because this is a bit out of the way. So then, Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich came out and said, "We are concerned about the price we are paying in the framework of the deal, despite our joy over in the return of the hostages. The image coming from Gaza," this meant to say the image is coming from Gaza, "confirmed that we are facing bloodthirsty, predatory animals that hate Israel." I mean, you got the last part right. Yeah, we all hate Israel, but bloodthirsty, predatory animals. I mean, come on, mate. The only bloodthirsty animals are Israel. Predatory as well. You know, the Israelis have been raping Palestinians. They've been murdering Palestinians, bombing their homes, committing all acts of terrorism, war crimes, you name it. Israel's done all of it. So, don't know if he's got it confused who's who in this conflict, to be honest. But yeah, so Hamas came out and made a statement. Well, we should read this part first, actually, because what Israel done is when the Palestinians were meant to be released as part of the exchange deal, Israel actually suspended the release of the Palestinian prisoners until further notice. Buses which had left from the Israeli prison, carrying Palestinian prisoners, had been asked to change route and return. So that weren't part of the deal. That weren't part of the deal. And do you know what their excuse was as well? The funniest part about it. Do you know what their excuse was? Israeli forces originally stopped the release of the Palestinian hostages because of the horrifying scenes they saw today when the captives were being released. However, a few hours later, negotiations took place and Israel finally agreed to release them. I mean, finally agreed to release them. They shouldn't have agreed. Like, it was already agreed ages ago. Like, what are these guys talking about? So they've seen some images of your hostages getting released, and now you want to take back and actually hang on a minute. No, we don't want to release the Palestinians now. But I believe there was some talks that happened in the background. Maybe some other countries got involved, and luckily, after a few hours of delay and loads of prisoners stuck on a bus, Israel finally, gave in. So. But then Hamas made a little comment on it, and they said, while the resistance deals with the enemy's prisoners according to international laws, the occupation commits crimes against our prisoners. But luckily, we did see after that they were released, because this is the moment the buses of the released Palestinian hostages finally arrived in Ramallah a short while ago, which was obviously, a few hours ago now, but after being temporarily suspended by Israel. So here's a video of some of the Palestinian hostages getting released. Yeah. Also, we don't have as many viewers tonight because I'm not sure if you noticed, but I haven't got my blue check at the minute. It's not because my blue check's been taken away, it's because I changed my picture earlier. So I had a previous picture of me up, I didn't really like it. It was actually a screen grab from one of my live streams. I just sort of rushed it because I wanted to change my picture. But this one I was trying to make it a bit more professional, but who cares? I mean, I'm just myself, I'm not going to turn up in a suit and that's not what I do. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Probably irrelevant to you guys, but yeah, just want to put that out there. So, and then look at how petty these Israeli soldiers are. Oh, X is so annoying. An Israeli soldier breaks all of the chairs that were prepared for the celebrations of the recently released Palestinian hostages. So look, these obviously someone had set up in their garden or something, or like their front porch or whatever you want to call this. They'd set up loads of chairs and stuff so that so that they can have a little celebration, maybe chill out on the street for the night, celebrate with family and friends. But look at this petty Israeli soldier, what he comes along and does.
كسروا كل الكراسي. لا انت الله يكسركوا الله. ما فيش.
So I can't help but laugh, you know. He's like having a little temper tantrum, you know, throwing the chairs about like a little baby. I suppose that's what these guys do, you know. They go to war against babies and then they act like babies. So, got mindset of children. Yeah, long live the resistance. So anyway, that's all from that sort of section of it. But some other stuff like related to Palestine and Gaza. So I'm not sure if you guys heard, but breaking: US private military company to staff Israel on a Palestine checkpoint in Gaza. So UG Solutions, a previously low-profile firm, is hiring nearly 100 US Special Force veterans, offering a daily rate starting at $1,100 with a $10,000 advanced. I do actually want to pull up the whole article here. Let me see if I can find it. I kind of forgot to have it set up already, to be honest. So Reuters, Gaza checkpoint. I can't spell, what the hell. So yeah, I found it. So here's the article. I want to like read it in full, to be honest, because I haven't actually had a proper read of it. So, Gaza checkpoint to be staffed by scores of armed American contractors. So this is satellite images, obviously, of the Netzarim corridor, which is an area of central Gaza cleared by the Israeli military after invading the Palestinians August 2024. Troops deployed along the corridor prevent the free movements of Palestinians, I don't know how to say that word, Gazans, between the north and the south of the enclave. So here's just some satellite images, I guess. Oh, that's just some images from the area. Anyway, so Washington, January the 30th, Reuters. A small US security firm is hiring nearly 100 US Special Forces veterans to help run a checkpoint in Gaza during the Israel-Hamas truce, according to a company spokesperson and a recruitment email sent by Reuters, introducing armed American contractors into the heart of one of the world's most violent conflict zones. UG Solutions, which is a low-profile company founded in 2023 and based in Davidson, North Carolina, is offering a daily rate starting at $1,100 with a $10,000 advance to veterans it hires. They will staff the checkpoint at a key intersection in Gaza's interior, said the spokesman, who confirmed the authenticity of the email. Some people have been recruited and are already at the checkpoint, said the spokesperson, speaking on condition of anonymity. I can't say that word. I'm very bad with English sometimes, unfortunately, even though I'm from England. So he did not say how many contractors were already in Gaza. UG Solutions' role in the ceasefire deal has been reported, but the email disclosed previously unknown details, including the aim of recruiting 96 veterans exclusively with US Special Operations Forces backgrounds, the pay and the types of weapons they will carry. Reuters posted on January 7th that Emirati officials had suggested the use of private contractors as part of a post-war peacekeeping force in Gaza, and that the idea had caused concern among Western nations. The deployment of armed US contractors in Gaza, where Hamas remains a potent force after 14 months of war, is unprecedented and poses a risk that Americans could be drawn into fighting as President Donald Trump's administration seeks to help the Hamas-Israel conflict from reigniting. Among the risks facing the Americans are gunfights with Islamist militants or Palestinians angry over Washington's support for Israel's Gaza offensive. Of course there is a threat they will face, said Avi Melamed, a former Israeli intelligence official. The document said the contractors will be armed with M4 rifles, which are used by Israeli and US militaries, as well as Glock pistols. The rules of engagement governing when UG Solutions personnel can open fire has been finalised, the spokesman said, but he declined to disclose them. So, he said, we have the right to defend ourselves. He declined to discuss how the company won the contract. And we've got Egypt involved in this as well. What a surprise. Egypt's role. Israeli Deputy Foreign Minister Sharon Haskell on Tuesday told reporters, without naming UG Solutions or the United States, that Israel demanded that the deal include the use of a private security firm working with an Egyptian security company or forces to help maintain security and humanitarian aid flows in Gaza. But she said, it remains to be seen if the arrangement actually works. Earlier rounds of ceasefire negotiations were held up by an Israeli demand to staff the checkpoint with its own troops. Witnesses in Gaza in recent days have described Egyptian security personnel at the checkpoint using scanners to look for weapons concealed in vehicles. An Egyptian source said that the Egyptians at the checkpoint were special force trained in recent months, including on counter-terrorism. A Palestinian official close to the talks confirmed US contractors would also be at the checkpoint at the intersection of the Netzarim corridor, dividing northern and southern Gaza at Salah al-Din Street, which separates the east and the west of the enclave. So we've got like the approximate locations of where the two corridors would be that will be controlled by Israel. Philadelphia corridor and the Netzarim corridor, both sides of Gaza. You know, one at the end of Rafah, one just past Khan Yunis towards the other side. However, the official said the US contractors would be deployed away from residents passing through, and they must not deal with the local population. The UG Solutions email said its primary vision was internal vehicle checkpoint management and vehicle inspection. We're only focused on vehicles, said the spokesperson. The Israeli Prime Minister's office declined to provide any further comment on the security arrangements. The US State Department, Egypt's Foreign Office and Hamas did not immediately respond to requests for comment either. US use of private security firms has in the past led to disaster. In 2007, contractors for now defunct Blackwater firm shot dead 14 civilians in Baghdad's Al-Nusra Square, igniting a diplomatic crisis and outrage in Iraqis. This is just some nonsense really about, well, it's not really nonsense, it's just about, you know, the previous crimes and the previous things that it's caused. Ahmed Farad Al-Khatib, a fellow at the Atlantic Council think tank who grew up in Gaza, downplayed the danger for the Americans because their role in the return of displaced Palestinian civilians bolsters Hamas's claim of victory over email. Even Hamas, for all its horrendous rhetoric and actions, understands that this is a very American presence that feeds its narrative, he said. So yeah, this is this stuff's all irrelevant at the end. So basically what's going on, I'll shout out BGFCO, thank you for tuning in, brother. So basically what's going on here is, you know, well, I don't know how to put it into short words really. Basically what the tweet said, you know, UG Solutions, which was a previously low profile firm, is basically hiring US special forces to monitor the border with higher pay rates with the help of Egypt. So what can we say? Obviously no one wants that going on, you know. Why can't Hamas control the border? You know, they're the ones that are legally governing Gaza. Why is Egypt and America got to be involved in this, you know? Very strange, but yeah, anyway, what else? Some more stuff around Palestine, I guess, to talk about. So, British journalist David Hurst came out. He made some base statements lately as well, apart from this. And he said, in Gaza, the Palestinian people's determination to remain on the land, even as it was being turned into rubble, was a decisive factor in this war. This is an amazing achievement, considering that the area, which does not exceed 360 square kilometres, was completely cut off from the world, with no allies to help break the siege and no natural terrain to help hide. Neither forced famine, nor cold, nor disease, nor brutal persecution at the hands of the invaders weakened their resolve or weakened their determination to remain in the land. So, very based and very agreeable. I mean, he didn't tell a single lie there. Also, New Zealand cracks down on Israeli visas, demanding military service disclosure due to war crime concerns. An ex-Israeli soldier who was committing a genocide in Gaza was already denied entry. So, W New Zealand as well. Also, this was an interesting one. The US Senate blocked a bill to impose sanctions on the International Criminal Court in response to its arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his former defense minister. That's a bit strange. But I wouldn't think too much about it because we know that Trump's having a meeting with Netanyahu soon, of course. No surprise there. And the Russia's rep to the UN actually, you know, destroyed Israel. I'll show you the video now. Sorry.
15 месяцев конфликта, убито 273 сотрудника БАПО.
Let me translate it because he's speaking in pure Russian and it's a 2-minute video. So, during the 15 months of the conflict, 273 UNRWA employees were killed, which is the highest loss of life among US personnel in the history of the organisation. More than 200 UNRWA facilities, whoa, he's talking fast, sorry, were destroyed. Dozens of UNRWA members have already been detained. There is information that they're being tortured, We condemn any acts of violence against UN members. We oppose attempts to block by force activities in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, including East Jerusalem. Now he's speaking really slow. Israel would not dare to do so if they were challenged by the international community and violate international law, if it did not feel absolute and unconditional military and economic support from the United States. True. Throughout the 15 months of the escalation of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, Washington supplied it with weapons that were used to kill Palestinian civilians and did not allow any Security Council decisions that would prevent Israel from implementing its plans in Gaza. The United States also blocks any attempts by the Council to develop collective measures to protect the UNRWA. Therefore, it would not be an exaggeration to say that the blame for what is happening around the agency lies entirely with the United States. And today we heard this from representatives of the United States clearly and distinctively. And according to the US version, Israel, it turns out, has the right to close the UNRWA office in Jerusalem. I wonder how this fits with international law. The answer is no. This is a clear example. Of the so-called rules-based international order, which for the United States replaces international law. We call on our colleagues in Washington to come to their senses and exert the necessary pressure on West Jerusalem to avoid more deaths for Palestinian civilians. So yeah, W Russia. W Russia. They're speaking pure facts. You know, they're basically at war with the same people, you know, they're at war with the United States, NATO, all of them people, the same people that happen to support Israel, you know, and they also support Ukraine. Interesting. And just a little based thing as well. This was actually the foreign minister that said it, not Khamenei, but Iran said that instead of deporting Palestinians to Egypt, Israelis should be deported to Greenland. I mean, I don't know, I don't really know too much about Greenland, but, you know, it's funny though, isn't it? Either way the statement. Let me just check on my Rumble, see if there's anything going on over there before we get into the next topic. The classic bots on Kick that always come in and tell me to add them on Discord. I don't know why this always comes in. Wait there 1 second, guys. Actually, I'm just gonna turn my heating off because it's very hot in here now. 1 second. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, what a week or so, you know. What a crazy few weeks that we've been going through. So what's next? Of course, actually. Of course, some good news today. SALWAN MOMIKA. So, I'm not sure what you guys know about him, but SALWAN MOMIKA, he was notoriously known for going around, you know, burning Qurans and trying to provoke Muslims and trying to stir up hatred and all of this nonsense. So, Swedish media confirmed that the Quran burner, SALWAN MOMIKA, was shot dead last night while making a live broadcast from his home. Interesting. So there's actually some footage. So this is the moment police turned off SALWAN MOMIKA's live TikTok after he was shot dead. So I wonder if there's a video, but this is like the end of his live stream. You see the police come in, they sort of pick up the phone and turn it off.
Hello?
The creator will be back soon. I don't think he will. Unfortunately for you guys that are watching. He's not coming back. He's gone. So yeah, you can see all the comments, you know. I like to read them and see what they were sort of saying at the time. I don't think anyone noticed today. I don't know what that language says, to be honest, so I don't know what they were saying. But what do you guys think about SALWAN MOMIKA's death? Do you think it was like an inside job? Do you think, because I don't know, obviously he had a lot of enemies for sure. Let me just put on face cam. So SALWAN had a lot of enemies. Of course, he was involved in terrorist acts a few years ago. You know, killing Muslims and doing other things like that. Then he became, you know, he was an Iraqi refugee, so he moved countries. He went around burning the Quran, loads of other nonsense, just stirring up hatred basically everywhere he went. So he's just got a lot of enemies in life. So there's obviously option one where someone finally got him, you know, karma finally came back around and got him for all the things he's been saying and the things he's been doing. Or there's option two. Option two seems likely as well, that some sort of inside actor got him killed. And what I mean by that is we've seen a lot of Israelis, especially like Zionists, coming out on X today, and they're all saying, oh look, of course everything he said came true. He was saying that Islam's the religion of hate, and now they killed him, of course. Which makes me think maybe this was an inside job, you know. Maybe he was no use to whoever was telling him to do this anymore, and maybe they got him killed off themselves just so they can run with this narrative now, like, oh look, Muslims are dangerous, blah blah blah. So I don't know if there's a lot of people still in the chat, but if you are, let me know what you think, because it does seem it does seem quite suspicious to me, you know, at the same time. Yeah, anyway, good riddance to him. Fuck him. Fuck that guy. I remember when, as well, a few months back, everyone thought he died and then he didn't, and he came out like talking a load of shit, but it caught up with him, weren't even a year later. So yeah, on to some stuff about Trump quickly. So Trump, where can I start? I mean, Trump, you know, this is my sort of opinion on Trump. I don't like Trump. I don't support Trump. He's a Zionist. He's controlled by Zionists as well. He said a few good things, you know, at the beginning. He does a few good bits and bobs for America, but most of it is for show. But yeah, so basically when he first came into power, like, you know, was it January 20th, like 10 days ago, he was saying a lot of good stuff, and it feels like every day it's just getting worse and worse, and I'm starting to develop more of a hatred towards him. But so a transgender inmate sued Trump, saying there's only two genders executive order. I mean, that's just a load of nonsense. Apparently arguing that moving it to an all-male prison is against its LGBT rights. I mean, that's a load of nonsense. That's a good thing that he put an end to that. He also issued executive orders prohibiting transgender individuals from serving in the US military, which is also based, I guess. But I don't know, Trump's been acting like a bit of a madman lately. So obviously all the stuff with you know, Denmark. So I made a little thread. I've been doing a lot of these threads now, guys. I'm trying to do at least one a day, maybe two when I've got the time. But so I said, Denmark ready for war with America. Trump wants Greenland, but Denmark isn't backing down. They've just pledged $2 billion to Arctic security, setting the stage for a major showdown. So here's what happened. Denmark's $2 billion plan will massively ramp up Arctic defences. New warships, drones and surveillance systems are being deployed to protect Greenland and send a clear signal. Greenland is not for sale to Trump or anyone else. Trump's renewed interest in Greenland isn't just random. The island's a geopolitical jackpot. Whoever controls Greenland gains access to the massive resources, the key shipping routes, and military dominance in a region where Russia and China are also expanding their reach. So here's like a little map of like the transport routes and things like that, so you can see what they would sort of have control over. Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen, I don't know how to say that, isn't just investing in defence. She's warning Europe that this is bigger than Greenland, and it's about sovereignty. If one country can claim land like this, then what's to stop the next country from doing the same? The Arctic is quickly becoming a battleground for global power. Denmark's $2 billion move is just the beginning of what could be a much larger fight for control in the region. So will this lead to a conflict between the US and Europe, or is Trump bluffing? I mean, I suppose time will tell. Time will tell with that one. But then also, Trump takes on Taiwan. Trump just threatened Taiwan's top chip makers with crushing tariffs. This move could devastate global tech supply chains and spark a massive showdown with US allies. So, Trump's target is TSMC, which is the world's biggest chip maker, and it powers everything from iPhones to Nvidia GPUs. His plan hit Taiwan with huge tariffs to force companies to relocate production to the US. The move risks crippling the global tech industry. And it's not just Taiwan. Trump's tariff plan also includes steel and pharmaceuticals, taking aim at South Korea, Japan, and even Germany. The White House wants to reshore production at all costs, but this could alienate America's key allies. Taiwan's pushing back. Officials say the US-Taiwan semiconductor partnership is a win-win and warned that tariffs could hurt both sides. But Trump's message is clear. Bring production to American soil or face the consequences. So this fight is more, the fight is about more than trade. It's about power. Semiconductors are the lifeblood of the global economy, and Trump is drawing a line in the sand. Will this bold move revive the US manufacturing, or will it trigger a trade war with allies like Taiwan? I mean, I do think like he's been doing a lot of threats lately, Trump. He's been saying a lot of stuff, but in fairness, he has, come forward and done some of these things, but this type of stuff I feel like it's just like propaganda and, scare tactics, I guess. Sorry, hair's a bit messed up, but yeah, I suppose it's just some propaganda. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We'll see. He's just a bit tapped, Trump. He's a bit crazy. Anyway, do I think the US will go to war during the Trump admin? I mean, I don't think they will, to be honest. That's one thing I will say. I think that Trump, obviously, last time he didn't start any new wars when he was in presidency, his last term, and he likes to push this idea that he's all for peace, and I know Trump's like a big-headed guy. He does a lot of stuff for cameras, so I doubt that he will start any new wars, I really do doubt that, to be fair. He's trying to keep a good, clean image, I guess, but he just does a lot of empty threats. He's, scare tactics, so I doubt it, but I might be wrong. We're only like 10 days in and he's threatening all this stuff, so you never know. Also, President Trump says he will revoke student visas of Hamas sympathizers on campuses. What the fuck? Like, do you know what I mean? And he also signed an executive order to cancel student visas and deport people who participated in pro-Palestinian protests. So, if you're a protester and you came out to stand up against a genocide, then Trump's threatening to deport you. Well, that's just a scumbag move, overall. And, like, who is he to deport someone just because they support Palestine? But what about the Israel supporters? So what about, are they going to get deported as well for coming out and waving Israel flags, supporting a genocide? But you come out and oppose the genocide, and you get deported. Trump's a Zionist dog. You said I'm being too nice. I mean, you could say I'm being too nice. Yeah, like I say, I think Trump does some good things for America. Yeah, fair enough. But 95% of what he says I disagree with, especially all of this Palestine, all of this stuff. We all oppose genocide. We all know he's a Zionist lapdog. But is he better than Biden? I guess so. For now, I'll say I guess so. Do I believe Trump is a tyrant? I mean, I guess so as well, if that's what you want to call it. And yeah, you're from Chicago. Shout out to you, brother. Free Palestine, of course, as always. And the president of Panama actually came out, because you remember that Trump said he's taking back the Panama Canal. The president of Panama, Jose Raul Molino, responded to Trump and he said, "I cannot negotiate or open a process of negotiation on the canal. That is sealed and the canal belongs to Panama." So, yeah, he came out and told him, "Listen, Trump, we ain't fucking scared of you," basically. Like, shut your mouth, running around. I don't know where he gets all of these, gets this braveness from. It's like Trump's like basically like a celebrity, he doesn't act like a president. He likes to get all the attention and act like he's this big bad guy that everyone's scared of, but no one's scared of Trump, The stuff he says about Russia as well, like, he's just stupid man. But anyway. Oh yeah, as well, while we're on the Trump situation, there was some news that I just posted just before this stream started. And so look, Trump actually came out again, and he said, in a response to a question asking about the possibility of Egypt and Jordan accepting Palestinians from Gaza, he said they will do so. This is what I mean about he thinks he runs shit. He reiterated that Egypt and Jordan will accept the Palestinian refugees from Gaza. When asked about the refusals and the possibilities of imposing tariffs, he said, "They're going to do it. We do a lot for them, and they're going to do it." See, like, he thinks that everyone's scared and everyone's just going to do it. I hope that Egypt and Jordan won't. Egypt, I won't be surprised if they do, for all the stuff that we keep seeing. It's just non-stop things coming out about Egypt. They're very good at playing both sides. They act all good in these ceasefire negotiations, but then they're also working with like Israel and America to put like paid veterans on the border to, keep the Palestinians sort of encaged in Gaza. So I hope that it's not true. I hope that they grow a backbone, and the Jordan King as well. I don't think I'm going to leave him out. He ain't done nothing either. But hopefully they grow sort of a backbone and tell Trump to, you know, fuck off, basically. Sorry for my French, but I feel like it was needed. So yeah, F Trump, that's what I say. What else? Apart from that guy dying, some other random stuff, some like general news. A phone call took place between the foreign ministers of the UK and Iran. The foreign ministers of Iran and the UK discussed bilateral relations, nuclear negotiations, as well as regional developments, including the extension of the ceasefire in Gaza and Lebanon. So that's interesting. It's interesting that the UK actually managed to have a call with Iran. I suppose we always make out there's some evil people. Have you noticed that, like, in America they make it out like Iran are the really bad people, and then in my country they make out it's like Russia, you know? It's funny. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys know about what's been going on with this AI war sort of thing, but China actually humiliated the US. DeepSeek, which is China's new AI model, has already erased $2 trillion in US tech market value. In months, China's gone from playing catch up to destroying US dominance in AI. So here's how it went down. DeepSeek's rise was nothing short of explosive. This AI model went from zero to hero, outperforming major Western players like ChatGPT in a matter of months. And the best part, it's way cheaper than anything the US has produced. So the results, the US tech stocks are taking a massive hit. 2 trillion wiped off the market cap in just days, which is absolutely insane. Investors are scrambling, and the US tech giants are left in the dust, struggling to keep up with China's lightning speed innovation. This isn't just a win for China, it's a game changer. DeepSeek's success shows the US can no longer claim undisputed tech dominance. What once took China decades to achieve in manufacturing and years in internet tech, they've now done in months with AI, which is very impressive. DeepSeek's a wake-up call. The US is no longer the undisputed leader in the tech race, with AI as the new frontier. China's closing in fast. And the question is, how will America respond? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if America gives them the sanctions. You know, sanction China. How dare they overtake us in a tech race? That's the difference as well between China and America. China's, you know, they don't start wars. They're not like America. They'll just destroy you financially, you know. They'll just destroy your stocks. And look, the world's richest the world's richest people suffered a combined $108 billion loss after the tech sell-off tied to Chinese AI DeepSeek battered their stocks, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. And also, you know, DeepSeek in trouble. DeepSeek might be in trouble, but it's not with the US or anyone. Don't worry about that, because just after DeepSeek shocked the AI world, Alibaba has struck back. They just launched Qwen 2.5, and they're claiming it beats DeepSeek's model. China's AI race is turning into an all-out war. So here's what happened with this. So basically, obviously, you know, DeepSeek made history by raising $2 trillion from the US markets, like we just said. But Alibaba said not so fast. Their new model, Qwen 2.5, supposedly surpasses DeepSeek version 3. And if true, DeepSeek's reign at the top may be short-lived. And you know, these guys are actually a Chinese company as well. So it's like a China versus China thing. It's funny. America are just nowhere in the picture anymore. This is bigger than just two companies. DeepSeek is an upstart, a challenger, and Alibaba is a tech empire with endless resources. If Qwen 2.5 really outperforms DeepSeek, then Alibaba could seize control of China's AI race and set its sights on OpenAI and Google next, which would be insane if they do. Alibaba has already open sourced earlier Qwen models, spreading Chinese AI worldwide. Now with Qwen 2.5, they're sending a clear message that the AI war isn't just China versus the US, it's a battle between China for total dominance. So DeepSeek thought they was on top, Alibaba flipped the script. The AI race is just getting started. Don't know why I can't say that today. And is this the moment that DeepSeek falls behind, or will they strike back? Interesting. I'm not even really into all this AI stuff and that, but this is just some crazy stuff, you know. I had to make a post about it. And look, Nvidia lost $589 billion in market cap on the 28th. The largest single day drop in US history due to startup DeepSeek releasing its advanced AI in the US for free. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I suppose we will start with here. Oh yeah, so Trump as well. Wait, is this in the right order? No. So, some stuff about Russia just before we wrap up. So the EU plans to ban video games console sales to Russia, saying Sony's PlayStation and Microsoft's Xbox are used to operate drones. I mean, what the hell? If that's true, that's crazy, but operate drones, they mean on Call of Duty, on video games? Or are we just, you know, banning Russia again for no reason like always? President Putin actually came out and revealed that peace talks started way back in February 2022, but Ukraine wanted to continue to fight. Here's a short clip here.
As a matter of fact, talks started right after we launched the special military operation. We told the Ukrainian leadership that people in the Donetsk and Lugansk republics, they don't want to leave. Just leave and there will be no war, no hostilities. No, they wanted to fight, but nevertheless, they agreed to hold these talks. This was back in late February 2022. As a matter of...
So yeah, we all knew that Ukraine and America have been pushing for war the whole time. Putin's come up with numerous peace deals, the same as Hamas came up with numerous peace deals in Gaza, and Israel rejected them, Ukraine rejected them, so no surprise there. Also, an interesting point, the US military moved approximately 90 Patriot interceptor missiles from storage in Israel to Poland this week for delivery to Ukraine. So, very strange. So basically, Israel's funding Ukraine. That's interesting. Obviously from American money. So, it's, you know, America's funding Israel, who are now funding Ukraine. Crazy stuff. And yeah, this funding, it goes to things like terrorist attacks, because a Ukrainian drone murdered a 2-year-old child and mother in their home in Russia's Belgorod. Why is Ukraine intentionally targeting families? I mean, I don't know. Of course we know they're linked up with Israel and people like that, and the Americans. Some scenes from after. So yeah, they're just intentionally bombing civilian homes. Who does that remind you of? And yeah, look, Zelensky, Ukraine must establish a system similar to Israel's security protocol. I mean, can we just send like Israel to Ukraine? Well, no, actually, then that's just a piss take for Russia. Can we send Ukraine to Israel? No, as well. Like, what are we going to do with these guys, man? We've got to send them to Antarctica or something. These two people are just causing loads of chaos everywhere. And then Tucker Carlson spoke with Piers Morgan about his interview with Putin, which I thought was based. Listen to what he has to say.
When you interview Putin, for example, which as an interviewer, I found it a fascinating thing to watch in full. Because especially his first question when he just went off he went.
Yeah, I was infuriated by.
Right. I mean, obviously he was sort of almost filibustering you.
That's what I thought. But
you know.
I've since revised my view. But anyway.
Yeah, so it was interesting. There was a lot of sort of reaction to it, good, bad, ugly, as I would have expected. But the idea that you wouldn't have gone to do it, I found absurd. It's like, why wouldn't you? If you got the chance to sit with Vladimir Putin, why wouldn't you?
It wasn't even a question.
I wouldn't
because the U.S. government tried to stop me by spying on me and then leaking it to the New York Times twice, which is illegal. So that's why I wouldn't have gone, and threatening to put me in jail for going, which I ignored and went anyway. That was all normal. I mean, that's my job. I just don't understand why people wouldn't want you to go.
Right.
If you're calling for less information, that puts you on, not on God's side, on the other side. Like, why are you against more information? Why is that threatening to you? Because you're sitting atop an edifice built of lies, that's why. And you know that it'll come down if the truth emerges. So I felt that was such a clarifying. Now, I was out of the country for almost a month off the internet, so I missed all the reaction to me, and I never look at I don't read about myself anyway, ever. But I got the sense from people who called me that, you know, I was attacked by people like, how dare he talk to Putin, our enemy? No one asked me whether Putin's our enemy. Why is Putin my enemy? He's never done anything to me. He's never called me a racist. Oh, you're a Putin puppet. No, I'm not. I'm an American. But there's no reason, I have no reason to be mad at Vladimir Putin or anybody else until they attack me or my country. And I just don't accept that. There was never a vote. We're a democracy. In my country, we never had a vote on whether, you know, we, as a matter of policy, hate Putin. It was a bunch of lunatics, some of whom I know personally, Tory and Newland, and these full-blown wackos, these enemies of democracy, decided one day we need to take out Putin because I'm mad at him for some reason no one ever explained. I'm just not going along with that because I live in a free country and I don't have to go along with it.
Yeah, W. Tucker, man. It's completely true. Why is Putin our enemy? He's not. He hasn't done anything. Done nothing to us, but, you know, the way the media paints him out is that he's this crazy guy. And then one last clip for the night. Trump hinted that he may have already spoke to Putin. So let's just play the video.
Spoken to President Putin? I have not, no. Not about this.
Interesting. Have you spoken to President Putin? No, I haven't. Well, not about this. This is like.
Spoken to President Putin? I have not, no. Not about this.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, I guess. We'll see what happens. That's one of the only good things that Trump is good for, is that he doesn't paint out Putin to be this crazy maniac that just wants to kill everyone, you know? But, yeah. We've been streaming for about an hour, guys, so I'm going to wrap up anyway. Not been too much of a long stream, but, you know, my engagement's down on my account because my blue tick's gone, so we'll keep all of the juicy stuff when we're back up and running properly. But, I appreciate everyone that tuned in anyway, and, I hope you guys all have a good night. So, sorry, I'm just reading something. But yeah, thanks again, everyone. And have a good night. Peace.
Today, we are super fucking happy about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to like and empty the space. Let's bring some more people in here to enjoy the celebration. Yes! The farewell party to the Saviour.
Say goodbye, a farewell for this motherfucker that put the fucking video of the fucking hostage. So this is a fucking farewell for me, okay?
Because he shouldn't exist from the get-go. He should have been executed by the Mossad long time ago, and I've been asking for this for a long time. You know, we're talking to my commander, I'm telling you, this needs to go.
I think that you need to gather all the Zios, eliminate them.
He deserves to be genocided like all the other Nazis, and he's a convicted fucking criminal. And they pissed the hell out of me. This fucking Hamas and giving them a voice after October 7, and us Jews and Israelis can live peacefully. I hate him.
Great.
I hate him.